How's it going, guys? Yes, we are back in Pyre and we are about to continue our journey. So, at dawn, Volfrid is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. So I'm guessing we'd go for the Scularian Shore. You have not yet been to this region, reveals that this one passed through the wood. Yeah, okay. We're heading north of the wall. We're going to see the Night King, are we? Scularian Shore. Yep, we... Oh no, we're rolling along. I thought we were going to turn into a boat again. You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mountain of Alodiel. You will have to make it all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Volfrid calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible. Am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject, and only know the truth of how you feel. Doing what you want, achieving inner peace, having no master, going where you please, true love, living without fear, nothing at all. I'm tempted to do remain silent, and Volfrid will remember that. No, how about living without fear? You tell Volfrid that freedom means living without fear, and not being subject to persecution or retaliation for one's thoughts and choices. He considers your remarks for a short while. Good answer, my girl. I happen to agree. Fear takes hold in freedom's wake. But fear is a natural impulse, is it not? A common feeling we all share from time to time. A deeply rooted impulse there to aid our judgment and spur us on to acts of courage. If not for fear, I doubt we could accomplish very much in life. And just now we stand upon the brink of accomplishing something vital. He then turns his attention to the whole group. Now let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear, just as your reader stated. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think or not think. He looks out toward the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more, and you would be exalted there, given the highest honour, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At least you would be complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. I'm struggling to talk this morning. It is a system whose well-intentioned foundings principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are out there, still have made quite clear they shall not intervene firsthand. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan, then, is this. We free each other from the downside through the rites. Then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. You're plotting a revolt? Just so. I'm asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here like so many others. So if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth as you are doing here, then speak now. Volfred pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not. But all of you are bound together through the rites and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek true freedom. You will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth, but together you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. He then lets out a breath. That's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Volfred turns towards the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said and plot the wagon's northward path. Well, there is only one path. The pass indicates the only way to reach the mountain. Yeah, there we go. So, we're going to be leading a rebellion, are we? Is that what the whole end game is? Beyond lies Mount Alodiel. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. So we get to discuss the plan. Also, the Beyond the Crystal seeks... What was that? Is that basically saying there's a new trial for May? Beyond the Crystal... One scribe trial, yeah. You have invoked Sandra from Beyond the Crystal. Bid farewell. I'm going to talk to Volfred first, and then we will do the scribe trial and discuss the plan after that. Come on, Volfred. What is the real plan? You're holding something back, aren't you? There you are, my girl. There was something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Volfred stares at you rather intently, as if reaching out to you, and then... You do know what it means to be a reader. Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this, I sense, is nascent still. Mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see, as well, now that they haven't told you yet, your friends, and that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onwards with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know themselves other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected when at first we met that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passage in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path toward enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Volfred breaks free from you and looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as a reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you return, if that is what you had in mind. So once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome, but this journey we are on, has no guarantees, not for you nor any one of us. Do you understand? Understand, say you do not care, say nothing. I'm going to be stoic. You stare back at Volfred, betraying no response or thought about the warnings he provided you just now. I think I understand completely there, my girl. As long as you too understand, I do not wish for you to undertake this journey on false pretenses. It is that simple. Know that we have much at stake here, in this anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back into that Commonwealth, which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around then. we'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then, he strides out of the wagon, then leaving you with your thoughts. Well, I said we'd do May's trial, it looked like. You wish to accompany me again? Yeah, let's check out. Just name the victim and I shall be more than pleased to make him or her suffer for a bit. Yep, it was May. And she's got the Righteous Flame after Bastion and Transistor is restored. Okay, can we... We'll take everyone's trinkets. To be banished. Immediately. That may come in handy considering we're on our own. Maximum range. Quickness. Though the speed might be handy for May. She's reasonably quick anyway. So aura, banished, quickness. Immediate return. May come in handy if we're on our own. Let's summon May. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for May. I must admit, I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart myself, quite like her own. We shall see if there is more to her than that. Let us bring her forth. Soon May arrives in heed of the summons. The scribes. I think that is, if I listen carefully, that I can hear them calling out to me. Savages such as May are similar to nomads such as Headwind in rights, but move in quick sudden bursts. Okay. And I've got to remember again, controls. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, girl, the place where you reside at present has but a single rule, which is you answer to me here. Wow, okay, I will. Such naive enthusiasm. Now be silent. It is plain to me that you have much to learn as yet about the rites, but you have learned something. I would see you prove it, without the benefit of anyone save for your reader. Okay. Are you out there to help me with this, miss? So... Okay, we're up against imps. Oh, no. Wow, that was a bad start. Oh, I thought I could just run for the end zone. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, I forgot those things existed. Ah. Okay. Oh, I didn't jump in time, but we get the instant respawn. Oh, I didn't jump in time again. Oh dear. Those pesky imps. Okay, right, we've got this. Okay, there we go, right. So we only need 2 more shots at that goal. Go on. I want to clear them all out. Oh no! Damn it! I'm still not that great at the controls, as you can see. There we go. Clearing them all out seems to be effective. I just need to get a bit quicker on the running. Oh, not quick enough with the jump. There we go. Run for the end zone. There we go. And we got it. I probably made it more difficult for myself than I needed to, but we got there in the end, and we didn't have to restart. It's not like the previous trials. Okay, how did I do? How did I do? I must admit that you did better than I had expected, girl. You have passed this trial of yours. Some congratulations are in order to you, and also to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. It's always odd how they describe me as lovely. There's no other adjective for me. I'm just lovely. So, what's her trinket for this? Did I imagine all that, miss? Because I hope I didn't. Wow. What is that you have there? So, we've got her special trinket, which is Kaliuma's anklet. After May casts her aura, it can bounce off objects and solid surfaces. So, we've got like a bounce shot, but the bouncing off solid surfaces, obviously, different arenas have different surfaces, especially, I mean, even in the scribe trials, we've got kind of those scoop ones. If we aim it wrong, we could have it bounce back at us. But, yeah, of course we're going to accept it anyway. And people were mentioning in the comments, I haven't been clicking enough stuff in the wagon here because we've got this. I thought this was a window. It's not. This is the common room where we can actually see everyone's stats. Yeah, there we go. So we can actually, equip from here as well. I didn't realise that there was a thing. I thought it was just a window out of the wagon or something, you know, seeing the front of the wagon, but clearly not. So instead of just playing with the imps, we should have actually clicked on that. Anyway, moving on. We've got the trial out of the way. Now we need to discuss the plan. Earlier, Volfrid called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can be all of you. You can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all. But I swore that we'd go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You, Hedwyn, and the others exchange glances. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Alodiel, there to the north. You may not think this wagon fit for it, though rest assured it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through the Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest, if she did not merely skim that chapter of the book. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Solium and meet our adversaries in the rites. They are to be the Templars, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him. Both you and they shall choose someone from their respective ranks. Then once one of the triumvirates prevails, their somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in, clothed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about all this? The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever and freedom from the downside is impossible? Many of these details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets well. So then that's it. We'll climb the mountain, someone goes back and everyone else stays? For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed for us that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall be just a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. Volfred leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You have time now for your vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent of Mount Alodiel. So I'm thinking we actually mentor someone this time. So Hedwyn is close to 3 with a bit of enlightenment. Jodie's fine. Jodie is past 3, I think. It's behind her head. I can't quite tell, but she's there. Ruki about on par with Hedwyn. May is all good. Tizo close. Gilman's close as well. We're going to have to do it for Pamitha. She is the lowest, so let's mentor Pamitha. Fine, let us chat together for a spell. You sit down with Pamitha to go over some of the subtler aspects of the rites, such as the state of banishment and how to return from it. You sense she is beginning to understand. There we go. Getting closer there. Well, Tamitha, soon I'll be catching up with you at this, whether or not you like it. So, what has she got on offer? So, while flying, Pamitha moves faster than usual. For 5 seconds after banishing an adversary, Pamitha moves 30% faster than usual. So it's all about speed. What's ultimately? Ultimately, Pamitha permanently gains +8 quickness, moving much more. And +4 to quickness press. Also, that's kind of all stats. Where that's focused on speed. What about these? Pamitha uses her dash ability in rapid succession. After saluting, switches places with nearest ally. Can trigger aura burst that banishes nearby adversaries. I think we're going to just take the speed route. Speed has been our ally so far, hasn't it? So we're going to go with that one. It is a strange sensation, to be sure, though it gives to you a moment to reflect. So we all good? Can we continue our journey then now? Over the hills and far away? Come on then. Oh, this is very pretty. Also, what's with all the floating bell jars? What the hell's going on here? Here before you lies Mount Alodiel, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place on which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather round again before Volfred, who stands tall as ever. Whether from cold air or subject to now at hand, you sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind. Which you refrain from asking yet? If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on, now, don't be shy. Who's first? Questions? Why us? Why you indeed, madam. That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rites. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rites. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honour those ones who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I need was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted my little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwyn over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon and a reader. That's me! He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then, why you? Because I have reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rites, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. We'll just keep listening for a little bit, see if there's anything else we can glean from this. Volfrid's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jodriel raises her voice again. Hold! You mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know, why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation rite? Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen, you are qualified, I should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though in this case, the expression is quite literally true. When the 8 created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf. Exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The 8 scribes also formed a special group against which all the others would be judged. The group they called the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common rite then. Participation is all that matters. Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favour the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites, or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then no one has gone free. Yet still the other triumvirates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this as Volfrid takes his leave. Others reconnoitre pathways leading up to the mountain and present you with some options. So we've got the Emperor's Ascent. May believes 8 scribes will bless whoever goes this way. Emperor's Fall. Some long lost valuables. Is Ron actually going to be at the top of the mountain? Can slugs climb that high? We're not... I mean, I'm quite happy with the trinkets we've got. I'm going to see if we can get a blessing. Come on, May. I believe in you. And we are ascending, so surely an ascent path should do it. The sublime beauty of Mount Alodiel, along with the thin air this high above the sea, has been enough to silence even the most talkative of your companions. However, May has been positively bursting with excitement. Isn't it wonderful? I think it really is, don't you? You've been here before, Tizo, isn't that so? Why would you ever leave? I wouldn't leave. I'd stay. I think I'd stay. Unless maybe I got cold or hungry. Wait, is that... Something about her changes then. Wait, look, Baptista, don't you see? Look, don't you see them there? Scracky. You yourself see nothing, but May rises almost off her feet as the imp looks on astonished. Was that the scribes? It was! I know it was! They said something to me. They spoke to me. They told me we are welcome. We're welcome here. May runs off to spread the word among all your companions. Strangely enough, her enthusiasm is infectious, and in spite of everything, your spirits rise. +2 to hope. Well, we need a boost. Temple High Road, express it. A passing whim to see a view from here. Wishes to look upon the sacred waters here. I'm thinking the sacred waters, maybe. Where the hell did we go? Did we turn into a submarine? Oh, okay. At long last! The worm surges towards the water of the cistern. You decide to join him for a brief excursion. Thereafter, another hard day's ride. You find him in a shallow pool, appearing to be very much contented. This night, he thought he may never again feel freshwater's cool caress against his scales. He sighs, splashing about from time to time. Then he turns his attention over to you. You, Master Reader, are most kind to take with you this wayward knight. He swears to prove himself to you and to the rest. He knows that soon now someone may go free. He knows the choice of whom may weigh upon you heavily indeed. For it is you whom ought to make the choice. Is that not so? This night he heard it from the others. So it must be true. Now listen, please, upon what little honour this knight has. This knight's penance isn't yet complete. There's much atoning to be done. So when rises the occasion to decide who ought to go free, this knight wants you to know something. Please do not choose him, not even if you wish, and not even if you can. He begs of you to allow this knight that simple dignity. With that, Sir Gilman sinks into the waters. His tail waves to you to leave him be for now. Sir Gilman does not believe that he deserves his freedom yet. Yeah, I'll consider his wish. So grateful is this knight for such a glorious occasion that he is giving strong consideration to performing here and now the forbidden dance of the Sea Dominion. Is that like the tango? The forbidden dance. But we did get some extra points, and it does mean we can level up. Interact. Is banished, he shall instantly return. His slash. Instant return from previous position. I think the wider area. I'm going with that. Though I'm tempted to maybe grab that if I can. So I'm wondering if we'd gone to the temple where Hedwyn wanted to go, he would have got a boost automatically. That kind of makes sense. You and your companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved of stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together, much how we act as with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onward, Tariq. Please follow me. Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all others follow. When the last of your companions near the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first. Is that you, Tariq? It is. Greetings, Celeste. And how was your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate? Aye. Then let us make this quick. She gestures towards the rest of you. Now each of you in turn state who you are and what you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances but quickly comply. I'll start. They call me Headwind the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions, in my case, so I can return to be with one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Rookie to speak up next. I'm regarded by the name of Rookie Greentail. I just want to get out of here, I guess. With my chums, preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Jodriel. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking here. Oh, my name is May, and I'm here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Squeak! Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost at a certain point. Pamatha Thien. I'm only here because my sister's here. Then, as Volfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice. You! I recognize you from the Nightwings of the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in raiments any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you, I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others. My name is Volfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. She then turns to you, for there is no one left to go. I'm just a crippled scholar. I'm just an old farmhand. I'm just a war orphan. You don't know who you are. So we can, we're how many hours into the game now? We can actually give ourselves a backstory. Years of strife. You try as you might be, you cannot make out details of what your life was. I think I'm going to be a crippled scholar. You have always sought to understand the world around you. That knowledge proved dangerous in the Commonwealth, but now it has brought you to this point. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. You want true freedom, you want to help your friends, you want revenge. I want to help my friends. Your companions you have met here who have helped you to survive and to find kinship in the downside. Your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That is all you wish for now. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tariq, Celeste, be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back. He does not look back at her. So we're entering the temple now. The final conflict awaits. But then again, it's not really the final conflict because we have to get everyone out. So I'm guessing we just do this as a loop. We get knocked back down the mountain and then go again and again and again, probably. From the top of Mount Alodiel, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you crossed to reach this point as the sky grows dim. And Ron did make it up here. Okay, we'll go visit Ron. We've only got 105 cash. Psst. Hey guys, just so you're aware and all, I know how come you're here. How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know, all right. You're here because I got the lowest prices in all of Downside. Am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock. You're gonna get a lot of value there. An awful lot. What the hell's that? Scribe snuff. Unlearn any masteries and choose. Oh, okay, it's a reset. Okay. Handful of Stardust 30. So that's, yeah. So we've got pinch, dash, and handful. So that's rank up even more. We still want that. Move 10% faster. Gains +1 coin. Presents. As I said, I'm kind of alright with what we've got. I'm tempted just to hold on to our cash. It seems to make sense. Sorry, Ron, nothing new today. They didn't buy nothing, Dad. Okay, what's in the wagon? New pages. Oh, Jodie, what you got for us? Jodriel appears to be prepared for whatever is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she is already in her raiments. Hedwyn soon joins her, also looking ready. Any signs of Rookie? None as yet. Complained about chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on that collar then. I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said, or needs to be said. Soon, if Volfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey, what did I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Rookie. We got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fare your struggle with your mask, Greentail? Feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against a wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there for good measure. Though this is really happening, her. One of us might be getting out of here, like soon. By dawn, in fact. If all goes well. If all goes well, that's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just, we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, that's been bugging me for a while now. I thought we all were getting out here at once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Edward slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us. The four of us, we're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do, but we've been here from the start. I want you to know, my promise is to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So it's like this, if any one of us gets out, great, but it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes there on the other side to make it so the rest of us can get back too. What? You think they're going to build a bridge down here, or if we ask nice, or something? I don't know what it's going to take. I just know we have to try. Jodriel turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Rookie nods his head in turn, and Hedwig's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. One by one, they turn toward the door. The fall of Solium awaits, and a vital step in your quest for freedom. Yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. Your three companions gain +1 hope. So it looks like I'm going to have to take out the original band, doesn't it? Also, we have got a page. What's the new page? And we'll probably wrap it up there, because this has gone quite long. The mercy shown in the words of Golgulilum, the Master General. Let me read in this. The imp Haub and I, we helped to save the Emperor. And when the danger did subside, my Emperor Solium Mer, he said something to me which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, you gave your freedom, Master Golithium, so that I may yet have mine. You too now are an exile of the downside, and in all the days which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you have shown me. So if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next. We crossed the land together, and together with the imp, we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did. So the beginning of the band, basically, of the 8 scribes. So, like I said, it has gone rather long. I don't think I'm going to commence the rites just yet. So I'm going to leave that till the next episode, and I can kind of stew and think who is going to get let go. Who are we going to release from the exile out here in the downside? I mean, let me know who you think we should give their freedom in the comments below, or you can get in touch with us on any of the socials over at the Kilobits. And once again, if you are enjoying the series, do chuck us a like, do maybe share it with your friends, and of course, I will see you guys in the next episode. Alright, catch you later, guys. Bye!